everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and look what we have on the table today. This will probably bring back some good memories for most of you here on the channel that have watched my prior coverage of Marvel United. We did a full unboxing as well as a solo playthrough to give you an idea as to whether or not this Marvel United experience is for you. Now, this box is specifically focused on X-Men. It comes from Spin Master Games and Cool Mini or Not. The point of this video is going to be showing you what you can expect to find inside the box, but if you want to know how the game is played, at least in the first iteration of Marvel United, then I'll have a link in the top right hand corner right now that'll take you to that prior showcase to give you an idea of that. Without further ado, let's find out what's inside the box, starting with the back of it. In the battle for mutant acceptance, the Brotherhood of Mutants see themselves as superior to ordinary people, hatching villainous plans to bend mankind to their will, but the X-Men uphold the principle that mutants and humans should live as equals and rise to meet every challenge. They travel the world in a desperate struggle to protect the innocent, face down dire threats, and confront these villains once and for all. It states here, as the fate of mankind hangs in the balance, the X-Men will stand united. You'll be taking on the role of iconic X-Men, cooperating to stop the master plan of a powerful villain controlled either by the game or by another player. Each villain unveils their unique master plan with cards that trigger different effects and threats that pose challenges across the different locations. Heroes must choose the cards to play from their unique deck carefully. They not only offer different actions and superpowers to use, but also combined with the actions of other heroes to do the impossible. Build your storyline, unite your powers, and save the day. When you first open up the box, of course, you'll run right into the rulebook. Let's go ahead, take a look inside, see how it's laid out, and what it has in terms of solo play. Opening up the rulebook, you'll run into the table of contents and overview for the game, which we basically read from the back of the box. We have the components here on the right-hand side. You'll see the major heroes and villains for this base box are Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey, Professor X, Beast, and then we have Mystique, Magneto, Sabretooth, and Juggernaut. Now, those of you that have played, watched a playthrough, or understand the rules behind the original Marvel United are going to see familiar things here throughout this rulebook in terms of activating BAMs, special effects, thugs and civilians, overflow, and we move into the hero turn next. The hero turn is still detailed out on the left-hand side. Then we have the turn sequence, which talks about things like under pressure, clearing threats, and then the missions, of course, like rescuing civilians and defeating thugs. The rulebook details out completing missions, how hero damage is assigned, what happens when people get KO'd, challenges, and then additional rules as well. Now, Marvel United is on the lighter side of the equation in terms of the weight of this game, but there are some challenges you can add to this particular experience to beef up the difficulty to make it much tougher to pull off victory. This next section talks about super villain mode. It has a special setup, it has special rules. It also talks about the villain turn, the super villain cards, and the superhero cards that are part of this particular box. This is what solo players are going to want to focus on here. This is the other mode, which is the Xavier solo mode, and Marvel United, of course, being able to be played by a single player. You're controlling Xavier, and you're coordinating the efforts of multiple heroes at once, as it stipulates there at the very top left. You've got some special setup instructions for just a few tweaks beyond the setup of the core game when you're playing with multiple players. You got special rules in the bottom left, and then what's really nice to see is the super villain mode we just saw on the prior page can actually be mixed in with this Xavier solo mode, giving you other ways to play. And finally, something I love seeing at the end of every single rulebook as a great reference and reason not to dig back inside the rulebook while playing the game, and that's a rules summary, a high-level overview of the game flow going through the villain turn, the hero turn, hero damage, and then the win and loss conditions. Heading back to the box, we're going to see some tokens. If you're familiar with the original Marvel United core box, these tokens are going to be very familiar to you. That last punch board had a lot of the tokens everyone was familiar with from the original game, like Thug, Civilian, Threat, Health, and Crisis tokens. We also have some tokens here that came from that original game as well, but some new ones are in the mix too. We have a bunch of action tokens, whether they're heroic, attack, move, or wild. We have one Senator Kelly token, as you can see there in the bottom right. We have one hunted token, as you can see from the target right there. And then down in the very bottom right, we have two villain delayed or accelerated tokens, which will certainly add something new to the mix. And we have right in the middle there 4 invulnerable tokens. It's worth noting that in that prior clip, you saw 3 invulnerable tokens in the middle. There's actually another one that's on the very first sheet we already went past. At the bottom of the box, you're going to find some location cards. You're going to find cards that are specific to setup when you're beginning your gameplay. We're going to move those out of the way so you can see what's beyond down in the lower section of this insert in a second, but also a bunch of miniatures up top. As you can see underneath, there is more than enough space for all of the cards that come inside this core box, as well as room to sleeve absolutely everything and keep it inside the box. And this is something that Cool Mini or Not has come a long way on. In the past, they used to use these clear inserts that really didn't actually add any value to storing the game whatsoever, but the inserts that have been coming with their games over the past couple years have actually been progressively getting better and better and better, and it's something that's really nice to see, as most of their games have lots of components inside, so having a special spot for absolutely everything is a huge plus. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up this unboxing for Marvel United X-Men from Spin Master Games and Cool Mini or Not. Really hope this unboxing, as well as my prior showcase for Marvel United, help you to make an informed decision as to whether or not this particular series of games you're interested in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of what you saw here in this video, and I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, keep on rolling solo.